you've all been very, very busy. Hope you've been super good at home. Hope you managed to get one bit of exercise in every day. I know that lots and lots of you are managing to get online and do activities. A bit of feedback last week was that we did lots of stars of the week and they were all for Google Classroom. But at the minute, that's all we've got to go on. Except it's not now, because I did say last week, if you're doing anything at home, anything that's an achievement, anything that's worth celebrating, we had babies born last week, let us know. Email your teachers, they'll let me know, and then we can shout it out on here. And if we think it's star worthy, then we'll make it a star award as well. Work doesn't have to be done on Google Classroom. If you're struggling to access Google Classroom and you do a bit of work at home, take a picture, send it to teacher on Dojo. That's the same thing. Yeah, it's a very, very tricky time for everybody, very strange. And we're trying lots of different ways to work around it. So as long as we all work together, wow, we can do anything. We're Nant Celyn Primary School. We're the best school in the world, the absolute world. So keep in touch with your teachers. Keep telling us all the fabulous things you're doing. And yeah, hopefully Mrs. Pritchard is keeping along up in year 6. I'm sure she is. Right, so we've done our song. We're going to move on. We're going to do stars of the week this week. Now, I had a change of plan this week. This week, we're going to have electronic stars of the week because A, my handwriting is as good as yours. B, you probably couldn't see it on the screen anyway. And C, it just looks a lot nicer. So I'm going to share my screen again and we're going to have a look at this week's stars of the week, which will be closely followed by Head Teachers Awards. So presenting my screen now, let's go into here. Let's have star of the week. Which should come up. There it is, star of the week. So, first off, we have in Miss Orm's class, the amazing Theo. You have got Sarah Roithnos, star of the week, for incredible dedication to finishing your work. Well done, Diane Theo. That's your cup. Next, we have Mason in Mr. Nunzio's class. Also, incredible dedication to finishing his work. 2 incredibly dedicated boys there, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. So congratulations to you two. You are reception stars of the week. Mrs. Boak would like to give her Serena Roithnos Star of the Week award to Maisie for being a master chef. And Mrs. Boak has said she will be popping round after this lockdown is finished because she wants to sample some of the food, Maisie. So I don't know what you've been cooking, Maisie, but it certainly impressed Mrs. Boak. Well done, you. Miss Evans in year 1 would like to give Zafia her star of the week for fabulous effort and amazing videos. She's had some lovely videos coming in, Miss Evans, so she thinks that they are definitely worthy of star of the week. Clongi Vachiadai, congratulations to you. Elliot in Mrs. Dearden's class made an amazing Venus flytrap. That's impressive stuff, Elliot. I'd like to see that at some point, please, as well. But congratulations to you. You are star of the week for Mrs. Dearden. Mrs. Adams in the nursery. She's got 2 this week. She's got a morning and an afternoon, and I'm not sure which is which. But Kyra, you have been working very hard at home. So Mrs. Adams would like you to have her star of the week. And also Callum, who's been sharing some amazing ideas with his friends. So congratulations to Kyra and Callum in Mrs. Adams' nursery class for being star of the week. Next, we have Ewan and his mum. This is Mrs. Penn's award to Ewan and his mum. Lots of jobs done, lots of lovely messages. Well done, you both. Keep it up. Hope you're enjoying all the activity online. Yeah, congratulations. Mrs. Eden would like to give her star of the week to Francesca, who's finished all of her jobs despite having a trip to the hospital as well. I hope all is well. I'm sure it is, Francesca, because you managed to get your jobs done. But wow, to go to the hospital and finish all your jobs as well, that's definitely worthy of being star of the week. So, Clongi Vachiadai, congratulations to you as well. That's my word of the week this week. Clongi Vachiadai, practice it at home. That's Welsh for congratulations. Tyler in Mrs. Edwards' class, fabulous videos and fabulous artwork. Tyler, DMT, that is brilliant. Well done, you. Mr. Price would like to give his star of the week to Costa because Costa proved Mr. Price wrong. I don't know the full ins and outs of this, but there was some discussion and debate about whether or not Pentagon UFOs existed. Mr. Price apparently messaged Costa saying, what a load of nonsense. Why would you put something so ridiculous up? And then apparently Costa came back with evidence to support it, and Mr. Price was moved wrong. So there's a bit of a backstory there. I'm sure we'll find out more about it at some point. But Costa, for proving Mr. Price wrong, congratulations, you are his star of the week. Then we've got Miss Cook, who would like to give her Serena Roithnos to Jessica, who has been super helpful at home and has made some amazing Yorkshire puddings. And that's not easy to do, to be fair. A proper, true Yorkshire pudding. I might have to verify that claim that they're amazing, because I am a connoisseur of Yorkshire puddings. It's in part of my heritage, but Miss Cook certainly thinks they were worthy of a star of the week, and I'm sure they were delicious. Well done, Jessica. Chiara in Miss Limbeck's class for writing a fantastic imaginative story. Congratulations to you, Chiara. Well done. You're Miss Limbeck Star of the Week. And then Miss Hall Stark would like to give her award to Jake for trying super hard and smashing it. He's smashing every single thing that Miss Hall Stark puts online for him. He's doing a super job. Well done to Jake. Mrs. Pritchard would like to give her Serena Roithnos to Libby, a fabulous patron saint of Nant Celyn project. Well done to you, Libby. That sounds very, very interesting. I didn't know we had a patron saint of Nant Celyn. We clearly do now. Well done. And then Mrs. Evans in year 3 would like to give her Serena Roithnos to Brooke for using some amazing Welsh language and creating those videos and other creative videos as well. Well done, Brooke. Mrs. Price would like to give her Serena Roithnos to Courtney, who has been engaging so well with the work online. She's been responding to the marking that Mrs. Price has set, and then she's resubmitted work with improvements as well. That's impressive stuff, Courtney, and impressive stuff, Mrs. Price. I'll come back to you in a minute. Mrs. Stent, last one I think this is. Mrs. Stent would like to save best till last Isis, who has shown fabulous determination with all of her jobs. So congratulations to Isis. You are Mrs. Stent's Serena Roithnos Star of the Week. And then that brings me on to the Head Teachers Awards, which I did say I was going to keep for staff, but I've kind of changed it a little bit this week just because it's very well deserved. So my first Head Teacher Award goes to Mrs. Price. And the reason it's going to Mrs. Price is because Mrs. Price has never really been a fan of ICT. She really hasn't. She's tended to prefer traditional methods, but my word, not only has she learnt how to do 1,000,001 things with ICT, she is now also giving technical support to parents and pupils alike across the Nant Celyn region. So Mrs. Price, just because not just because you've learned how to do it yourself, you're now a master and you're giving techie advice to other people. That most certainly deserves the Head Teachers Award. So there you are, Mrs. Price. You can have this certificate here, and then you can have this wristband here. You can have the trophy here. I haven't actually got it with your name personalised. And then you can have this really badly cut out sticker here. I haven't cut something out for ages, and I have to be honest, it takes a lot of practice. And I'm out of practice. That is a ridiculously badly cut circle. So I'll try harder for next week, but time was ticking on. Please do forgive me. Congratulations, Mrs. Price. You are my first Head Teacher Award winner. And second, now then, this is not a member of staff. It's not a pupil. This is a parent, actually. But it's a parent with a special job. This is to Mr. Devenne. Now, Mr. Devenne is one of our parents. He's also on the governing body, and I'm not saying this because I'm creeping to the governors. Mr. Devenne also runs Torvine Play Service, and Torvine Play Service have been amazing over this last few weeks, working at the different hub schools in Cumbran. So for parents who are key workers, NHS, for example, who have to go to work, but they haven't got childcare, Torvine opened up hubs across Torvine, and our nearest one is Blenheim. So some of our staff go and work at Blenheim on certain days, and all the teachers from the other schools nearby, they all go and work there as well. We go on different days, but Torvine Play go every single day, and they are making it amazing for those children who go along. I think I only know of one of our pupils who's been to the Blenheim hub. So well done to you, and big shout out for going. I'm sure you enjoyed it, because the work the play workers are doing there is amazing. So Mr. Devenne, this week's Head Teachers Award is going to Mr. JD, because I couldn't fit Mr. Devenne on the little thing there, and also Mrs. Price as well, for some fabulous work, both of you. Well done to you both. And we'll just give you very quickly all of those people, all of our stars, and Mrs. Price and Mr. Devenne. We'll give you a round of applause. Here it goes. Congratulations. Outstanding effort. Keep it up. Now, it is an achievement assembly. I'm going to move that back to the start now. And I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to go back to my streaming, which is here. Here I am. There I am. Yeah, just send stuff in. It doesn't have to be schoolwork. It can be achievements of any description whatsoever. And on that note now, I'm going to give some shout outs. Not many, but first of all, again, a huge shout out to everybody. All of the teachers, all of the pupils, mums, dads, carers, aunties, uncles, grannies, whoever's helping you to access your learning at home. And if you're not accessing the school learning, I'm sure you're doing some lovely things at home as well. Well done, everybody. Keep sending it in to us as well, okay? Very, very odd times, and I think that everybody is doing such an amazing job. I'm so impressed with the staff, and I'm so impressed with what the pupils are producing. Yeah, so a big shout out just to everybody for being so outstandingly amazing. Also, I've got Mrs. Pritchard, who's up in Year 6, as I've said. She's signing away, hopefully. I'm sure she is. And she's got Mrs. Eden there in support as well, pinging up different PowerPoints and things as they go through. So a big shout out and thank you to those two as well. I've also got now, I'm going to have to share my screen again now. Give me a second. There we are, just that bit of screen there, share. So, a big shout out. I will do birthdays later on, but we did have a special mention for Gethin. Mum sent in that he's had a wonderful birthday. Didn't quite go as well as he wanted it to because obviously he's been in lockdown. I'm in the wrong window there. Let me go and find Gethin. Where are you, Gethin? There he is. But Gethin had a lovely birthday. He can't wait to celebrate with everybody when we come back to school. Party pending, I believe. And I'll be expecting my invitation shortly. So happy birthday to you, Gethin, and we'll come back to birthdays very shortly. And then another shout out then. Now, this came through from one of our mums. These are staff at the Anira and Bevan Health Board. And they tweeted recently, thank you to the PTA Nant Celyn School, Cumbran, who donated 100 Easter eggs to the paediatric emergency department at the Royal Gwent Hospital. These were your eggs, to be fair, and then we got lockdown. So if you remember, there were Easter raffles being organised by parents just before we broke up. And then when the eggs came, we couldn't get them out. We couldn't hold the Easter raffles. So the PTA very kindly donated all of your eggs to the NHS and to children who were in the hospitals, which I think is a lovely thing. And that was a tweet of a thank you from NHS staff as well. So thank you very much, parents, for organising that. Thank you, children, for donating your eggs. And thank you very much to the NHS for doing the amazing job that you are doing. Keep it up. Is that all my shout outs? That's all my shout outs. Right, let's stop sharing and come back to me a second. Where am I? Here I am. I'm getting really good at this now. I haven't even rung Mr. Price once. Okay, attendance this week. Slightly different to last week. If you remember last week, when we did our attendance assembly, we did the whole of the spring term, and I can't quite remember who won, but I'm sure you can, and it's on the video online from last week's assembly anyway. I'll go and check later. So now that we've done spring term assembly, how do we do an assembly for attendance, sorry, an award for attendance when nobody's in school? It's that biscuit now. So I had to think about how many children have attended the Google Classroom. That was my first plan. Okay, how many children have actually come into the Google Classroom this week and done something? Doesn't have to be all your jobs, just have to attend and do a job. And if you're not able to get onto Google Classroom, but you've done some work at home and you've sent it to your teacher via Dojo or email or however you've done it, that also counts as an attendance as well. So that's how I've done attendance for this week. If you've been in the classroom or you've sent a piece of something to your teacher, that to me says that you've been attending and you get an attendance mark. So let's have a look at our attendance for foundation phase. Let's share the screen again. I reckon next week I'll be able to share the screen without actually telling you what I'm doing. But at the minute, you're just going to have to bear with me because I have to talk it through. This is such new stuff to me. I can't believe we're streaming a separate video with Mrs. Pritchard signing for our HR children as well. We are, oh, the roof's coming off. It really is. Let's go to Eck. Where's it gone? Assembly stuff. Oh, no. I know I need to go in here, don't I? Foundation phase, attendance. There it is. didn't do shortcuts this week, but it doesn't matter because I am in control and I'm calm and it's working well. So for the foundation phase, then let's have a look. We have a new entrant in the foundation phase, as I've had to shift everything across because we don't normally have our nursery children come into our main assembly because they're AM and PM. But we do have them in our online assembly. So we've now got a daffodil, especially for nursery down here as well, because lots and lots of those have been attending school online or by submitting things through to Mrs. Adams, etc. So this is all new. This is, I don't know how many weeks this is going to go on for, but this is week 1. Let's see how many of our pupils in the foundation phase attended. Off we go. Let's water the daffodils. Up they go. Wow. Look at those figures. Now that's not bad. Miss Evans in year 1, you are winners with 78.5% of your class submitting something online, sending you some piece of work. That is very, very impressive. I am really impressed with that. We've just got to reach out now to those remaining 21.5%ers, and I know staff are making phone calls as we speak to try and do that. But well done, everybody. Look at that. At least half of every single class in the foundation phase, including nursery, has been doing work at home. Well done, you. And I'm sure the others are doing stuff as well. We just don't know about it, but we need to know about it, and then we can celebrate it. Well done to Miss Evans' class, though. Well done to you all. Let's see where that puts us on our leaderboard. There we are. We have 1 win for Miss Evans' class. Congratulations. Let's see who will win next week. That went well, didn't it? Let's go into Key Stage 2. New addition in Key Stage 2 as well this week. So what we've done in Key Stage 2. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to open the one above it. Sorry. Yep, you can do that. So what we've done in Key Stage 2 is we've got children from our SNRBs mixed in with classes, and then we've got children in our SNRBs who are taught by the SNRB teachers as well. So we've separated those out now. So we've got, for example, HI children in year 3, and they're counted in year 3, but HI children who have been taught by Mrs. Pritchard, they come under the SNRBs. And also children from the ASD resource base, same with those. The ones who go to mainstream classes for the work, they're mixed in with the mainstream classes, and the ones that Mrs. Edwards and her staff are setting work for, they're all in SNRBs as well. So HI and ASD are all in SNRBs at the bottom. That's this one here. But as you can see, I've shunted everybody up a little bit. Let's see how many people have been submitting work by whatever means they can to their teachers in Key Stage 2. Off we go. A huge thump from the boot, and Mrs. Evans' class, year 3, 88.8% of the class have done something and submitted it to Mrs. Edwards this week. That is pretty good attendance, 88.8%. Congratulations to you, but look at that as well. We've got some really, really good figures in there, really good figures in there. If you've done some work this week and you haven't submitted it, we're not celebrating it. You need to get it sent in. Send it to your teachers. Just take a picture. Send it across. Even if you draw a picture of something, take a picture, send it to your teacher, and then it gets added into the figures as well. But congratulations to you all, but particularly to Mrs. Evans' class. You are our first virtual learning attendance winners. And if we go to your leaderboard, we can see that you have got the first point on the board there. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you, staff, for all your super teaching and setting them activities. Thank you, mums, dads, carers, aunties, uncles, whoever's at home, for helping children to learn as well. Here I am. Next on my list, I have... I've skipped one. But it's okay. I'm going to come back to it now. I had something sent through this week that is utterly, utterly amazing, and I'm going to share it with you now. Okay? One of our pupils in year 5, Owen, plays the piano, and I have never, ever, ever heard him play the piano, and I really wish I had, because he's really, really good. So he sent me a video clip of it. Correction, it's not a video clip. He sent me an audio clip of it, and we're going to have a listen to it now. So, Owen, Evan, they're brothers. Owen, over to you. Let me find Owen's. On a second now. There we are. Should be presenting on my screen. And if I go back to assemblies, here we are. Fur Elise by Beethoven, played beautifully and I mean beautifully, by Owen. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that amazing? Owen, that is outstanding. Let me get a very quick round of applause up for you. Wow. I need to hear more of that. I need to hear more of that. We've got one more year of you in our school. So your year 6 year needs to be filled, and I mean filled, with you playing the piano for us. That was amazing. Thank you very much for sending that in. If anybody else has got anything at home that they want to share, if anyone can do 50 kick-ups with a toilet roll or something, send it in. Anything you can do that will amaze me, and it doesn't take much to amaze me, please send it in and we will do our best to put it on for next week's assembly. But that was amazing, wasn't it? Well done. What a talented young man. Okay, birthday time. So we know Gethin had a birthday this week, and I'm pretty sure that lots and lots of other people had birthdays as well. I don't know who you all are, but you do. So if you have had a birthday this week or you've got one this weekend, then please stand up now and we will sing Happy Birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to you all. Pembroke Happus. Hope you've had lovely days, or will do this weekend. Okay, am I still sharing? No, it's just me again. Okay, I think that's everything. I think we've covered everything. I'm hoping Mrs. Pritchard is still signing away in year 6. Thank you very, very much for that. A huge thank you again to Mr. Price for some serious technical wizardry. Congratulations to all of our stars of the week and to our Head Teachers Award winners as well. Yeah, another excellent. Nothing went wrong, I think. Achievement assembly. Yeah. Okay, so we shall finish off with a little bit of thought, a little bit of quiet reflection. So just have a moment to think about, we thought last week, and it's still an important thought, we thought last week about everybody who is out in the world, putting themselves at risk to make sure that we all stay safe, to make sure that people are treated in hospitals, to make sure that we still have essential services, we still can get to Asda's or Morrison's, other supermarkets are available, and we can get all the shop and things that we need for home as well. So have a think about those as well, but also this week, just think about ourselves, think about how we need to continue to be lovely to each other, help out at home, think about how thankful we are for everything that we have got. I've said a lot of things on social media over the last couple of weeks about forgetting about the things that we haven't got that we want and being thankful for the things that we have got, which is ourselves. Fresh air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, clothes, houses to live in. And not everybody has those things. So I haven't got a Ferrari. I'd like a Ferrari, but I'd much rather have all those things I've just said: fresh air, health, happiness, family, friends, all safe and well. So have a think about that for a second. Okay, so we'll finish off with our Welsh prayer. So, Dollar and Heed, hands together, Clogard and Hyde, eyes closed. And you know this better than I do, so you can say along with me. Ein tad am ein ffrindiau, diolch yn fawr. Am ein ysgol, diolch yn fawr. Am ein teulu, diolch yn fawr. Diolch thu, yn bopeth dda. Amen. That's it. Second online achievement assembly complete. Well done to me for not getting it wrong or breaking anything. Oh, technology is very clever. It's definitely advanced a long way since I was in school with a BBC computer. You won't even remember what one of those is. Probably ask Granny and Grandad, to be honest, what a BBC computer was. Okay, keep in touch with your teachers. If you're watching this and you haven't heard from a teacher, then ring the school or send an email to school and we will get in touch with you. But I know that there's staff ringing to try and get hold of everybody to make sure we can engage as many of you as possible. Yeah, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Stay safe. Keep doing as you're told at home. Those bedrooms should be spotless now. Mine is. I've tidied mine lots. The school's looking really good as well. We've done a lot of tidying up in school. I'm ordering some scaffolding next week so that Mr. Parry can safely climb higher to do some more power washing. He's loving that job. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely weekend. Stay safe. Keep in touch. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know anything you've achieved or anything you've managed to do, any new talents, any new skills. And I will see you all next week. Have a lovely weekend, everybody.